Hello everyone, this is the developer of Star Fox Event Horizon, and it just occurred to me today that despite the fact that I've done lots of videos like this for Hyrule Conquest where I kind of talk over the video and I discuss what I'm doing, kind of like a commentary, I don't think I've ever done a single one for Star Fox Event Horizon, and I thought that was a little weird, but I guess it kind of makes sense because with Hyrule Conquest, it's pretty easy for me to multitask and show stuff. Whereas with Star Fox, it's a really fast-paced kind of arcadey action game where you're flying around and hundreds of Venom or Sharpclaw fighters are shooting at you, and it's very hard for me to multitask while I'm actually playing the game. So yeah, I've never actually done a video like this. At least I don't think I have. This is the first one where I'll be showing stuff and kind of discussing the new features. So yeah, with that little bit out of the way, I'm going to show two features. One of them brand new to the engine, and the other one has technically been in the engine since the game that the engine was made for came out, almost 30 years ago. But I only just recently got around to putting it into Star Fox Event Horizon. So they're both relatively small features, but I think they're super awesome features. And yeah, I guess before I begin, I'll also preface this video by saying everything I'm going to show in this video is extremely rough draft. It's by no means final. I put this all together in about a week and a half just to kind of give you guys an idea of what's going on. So it's very, very, very basic, very rough draft. Do not do not treat it as final. That'll be especially evident when I show you some of the menus you can click on. They're very static, very basic. There's more detail on the as what you can see right now, but it's all rough draft because well, this is a brand new thing. I've really kind of just gotten the engine. I just want to show you guys, kind of a sneak peek at it. But anyway, so if it wasn't obvious from just looking at the screen, the first of the two new features I'm going to discuss is in between the levels of the game, you will be able to interact with stuff on the Great Fox and talk to characters on the Great Fox. This was a feature in the original FreeSpace, and if you played most mods or games made in the engine, they all have this feature. I'd always planned on having this feature since as far back as 2014, but I just kind of never got around to it because to me it's window dressing. I've been really hyper-focused on getting the actual levels you can play done, so that's kind of where most of my focus has been. But the second feature that I'm going to discuss today necessitated I work on these. So for the last week, I've been working on this interactive Great Fox Bridge, which was necessary for the second feature to work. So anyway, so as you can see, it's the Bridge of the Great Fox, and there's quite a few different things you can do here. The most important will be right here where you accept the incoming messages from General Pepper. And this is basically what you click on to go to the next mission or pick the next mission if it's a branching path. So that's the Start Next Mission button. And then over here you got the simulator, which you can go to look at all of the ships and technology that you've encountered or unlocked. And then, yeah, you can go up here to the mission simulator. Yeah, that's technically not a new feature. That's been in the old main menu forever, but now you can actually go to this door here and, I don't know, it's a little bit more immersive than just clicking on a little button. But another really cool, new addition, which I guess is actually a third new feature, so I guess I'll technically be talking about three new features, but right here on this little galaxy image here, if you click on it, it'll let you look at a star map. At the moment, it's just the Lylat system, but eventually I'll make it so it's the entire galaxy, or the explored galaxy, rather, and you can click on a bunch of different star systems, which later in the game you'll be able to visit for certain missions or whatever, but right now it's just the Lylat system. And again, it's very, very bare bones, very static. I put this together in like 2 days, just to kind of demonstrate what I'm going for. But all of the orbits work. I even got the whole binary star system orbit things to work. The planets will rotate around their respective stars, and then Solar will rotate around Lilat Prime properly, and it's just really fucking awesome. And depending on what level you're on, the positions will update, to where they would be. Like, say you're, you do a level and then some time passes, all of the orbits will update based on the time you spent in the level and whatnot. But at the moment, it's static because, again, it's all bare bones. But in addition to the planets, which, you can click on them and they're blank right now, but they'll be filled out with different details and stuff like that. In addition to planets, though, you can track the movement of the Great Fox, your allied fleets and enemy fleets. So, as you can probably tell by their positions, it looks like this is right before Sector Y. But yeah, you can click on the Great Fox, and you can click on the different celestial bodies to get information on them. And I feel like I'm probably just repeating myself now. But yeah, you can keep track of enemy fleets, and it's just going to be awesome because I'll be able to hide little Easter eggs and little extra things you can click on. Maybe there'll even be some hidden things you can unlock, so you'll be kind of be scouring every little corner of the map to find little hidden things, and it's going to be really awesome. But yeah, that's the kind of the system map. And I'm not really sure if there's anything else to say about it. So I'll go back to the bridge. And up here at the top left is the news. In between levels, there'll be different news events that the Cornerian News kind of talks about. So if you click on it, you'll be able to look through a list here of different events going on. At the moment, I just use the static placeholder image from Assault of the palette swapped Crystal News Lady. In the final game, there'll be animated videos where she's discussing events going on in the Lilat system, and this is kind of just extra fluff, but she'll be talking about different events that might encourage you to pick a different level over another one. Like, she'll be talking about Katina is being attacked by Venom forces, but there's also rumors that Aquis is being invaded by Venom, and that might sway the decision of the player as to what level they want to pick next. So yeah, this will be the news screen where you can watch the different news events, and then they'll build up down here in the list, and you can kind of pick through them as if you want to watch them again retroactively. So yeah, that's the news screen. And then right here is the other new feature I want to talk about, but I'll save that for last, I guess. But yeah, again, depending on what mission you're on, different characters will appear in the background, and for the sake of this video, I just used Farah as my guinea pig. And you'll be able to click on them and have little conversations about things going on, but in this video, I just made it so that she just babbles random lines without context, just to kind of demonstrate.
Hey, are you Troppo, mate? What the heck are you doing, mate?
What the heck are you doing, mate? Thea did such a wonderful job with Farah. Just so glad I found that voice actress to voice Farah. So yeah, depending on what level you're on, different characters will show up. Kat and Bill will show up depending on the level. I'll probably have Slippy sitting in his chair there sometimes. Maybe I'll widen the screen a little bit so that Peppy's sitting there snoring half the time. That might be kind of funny. And then eventually I'll add the jukebox where you can pick what music you want to listen to. But for now it doesn't actually do anything. If you click on it, I just make it play the Great Fox Rock when you hover over it, which I thought was kind of cute. Alright, so the other new feature I wanted to talk about, which was not in the engine, but was added into the engine a little bit ago, and it was added by a a developer. I'm probably going to butcher the pronunciation of his name, but he goes by MJN Maxiel. I think that's his name. He goes by that name on the Hardlight Discord, and actually, not just the feature I'm going to show you, but he helped me a lot just getting the freaking, Great Fox interactive menu thing to work too. So he deserves a ton of credit for pretty much everything I'm showing you today. He actually, he also got the little galaxy map thing that I showed you working too. He was responsible for all the scripting on that, so he deserves all the credit for that. I just made it look a little prettier with the Star Fox stuff. Otherwise, he deserves all the credit. And he got this next feature I'm going to show you. He got that into the engine through his SCP UI project. But the feature I want to talk about is shops that you can buy new ships and weapons and technologies from. So, when you go through the game, you'll encounter different vendors, and each vendor that you encounter and unlock will show up in the list here to the left. At the moment, I just have R-Space Dynamics. If you know anything about R-Space Dynamics, they developed the R-Wing, they developed a lot of the Cornerian craft, so you'll be able to buy different R-Wings and Cornerian craft from them. But you will be able to unlock different stores, like the, the Sharp Claw. Well, I don't think it's a Sharp Claw, but the snake-like Sharp Claw guy that loves scarabs from Soria. He'll be one of the shops. And you can buy different Sharp Claw technology and ships from him. There'll be, a vendor you can unlock that sells Venom ships and weapons. And at the moment, this is all really bare bones, so, it's pretty static, but eventually, when you're clicking through the items, the vendor of the store will, remark on the item or whatever, and you'll be able to interact with the vendor a little bit more. So with Space Dynamics, you'd be interacting with Yaru Dupon, which is pretty cool. But at the moment, he's just a little static image, and I don't even have a voice actor for him yet. But yeah. I'm actually not really sure what else to say about the stores. I feel like they're kind of self-explanatory. I just had to show everyone. But one thing about the stores that is really cool is now you'll finally actually be able to use the money that General Pepper pays you, which I always thought was weird. In the Star Fox games, you never actually get to use the money that you earn from the General, which... Yeah, the only Star Fox game where you actually get to use currency is Star Fox Adventures with the Scarabs. So yeah, now when you beat levels, you'll actually be incentivized to complete bonus objectives and stuff to get more money, so you can buy more ships and weapons and stuff and upgrades. So yeah, that's gonna be really freaking awesome. And yeah, that's the shops. So yeah, that's kind of a rough overview of the interactive Great Fox Bridge feature that's been added into the game. But there's a little bit more to talk about, because anyone who's played through the Lylat Wars campaign knows that there is a level or two where you actually are not on the Great Fox. A great example of that is the Titania level, when you're stuck there with Farah in a Landmaster tank. And you're nowhere near the Great Fox, and they actually have to come find you. So, there's some levels where you actually won't be on the Great Fox Bridge, and you will be elsewhere, which I will go ahead and show now. So yeah, just as a sample, I picked the Titania level, and on that level, since you and Farah are stranded on Titania and the Landmaster, before you begin that level, instead of being on the Great Fox, you will be stuck in the Landmaster with Farah. So I just thought that was a really cool, immersive thing to do. And unlike the Great Fox, there's not quite as many features here, because, you don't have access to the galaxy map. You can't contact, vendors to buy stuff from. Although you can, there's the options menu there, and you can still interact with Farah.
What the heck are you doing, mate? Hey. You Troppo, mate?
Yes, I'm Troppo, mate. I might add some other little interactive things in the Landmaster, like being able to fire the cannon just kind of randomly. That might be a little bit funny, but I don't know. I just thought it was a cool little immersive thing for that one level on Titania where you're stuck in the Landmaster before you actually begin the level. But there's still more, because there's an entire campaign where you're not on the Great Fox at all, and you're entirely on Soria. And I went ahead and threw together a little demonstration of that too. So I'll go ahead and open it up really quick here. So, when Fox crash lands on Soria and he is away from the Great Fox, him and Crystal and company will set up campfires at wherever their current location is. For the purposes of this video, I picked Thorntail Hollow. So yeah, they set up their campfire here, and like on the Great Fox, you'll be able to interact with the characters and stuff there. So I'll just go ahead and
You must be more careful.
I'll just let them babble their random lines.
Welcome to Cape Claw.
This isn't Cape Claw Kite, this is Thorntail Hollow. I just have a tricky snore. But to me, the star of this video has got to be the shopkeeper.
Feel free to look around.
I had to include him in the game, and he is voiced by Kyle, who also voices Fox McCloud, and he did a fantastic job with the shopkeeper.
I've had a new delivery of tasty red maggots.
He did such an awesome job, and I can't wait to do more of him in the game. Sorry.
Hurry and choose something or get out.
I could just listen to his lines over and over again for an hour before I move on, but so I'll stop myself. I'll save some of his interactive lines for when you guys play the game. So yeah, each level in Soria is going to have like a different campsite for them when you finish the level, which is going to be awesome. I don't know if you guys can see it from here, but you can even see like the little bomb spore seed kind of like floating through the air over there. If you look over here, you can see some grub tubs hopping in the background. So there's just going to be a bunch of like little animated things in the distance that you might be able to click on and interact with, which will be really cool. But yeah, I guess they're technically the same features I showed you, but there's a variation on two features when you're on Soria. So instead of the news videos where you're getting reports from the Cordarian News, when you're on Soria, you can click on Crystal's staff to telepathically communicate with Randorn. And he'll basically discuss things going on around Soria that, you know, might give you an idea of what level you want to pick next, and give you an idea of things that are going on kind of outside the scope of where Fox and company is. So yeah, he'll give hints and things like that. And so yeah, there I managed to find a way to make Crystal's telepathic staff message thing to work in the Free Space Engine. I didn't think I'd be able to do that, but I did. And yeah, the other feature, which is also technically on the Great Fox, but in a slightly different form here, is the map. On the Great Fox, you know, it's a galaxy map where you can look at the star system, but when you're on Soria, it's a planetary map, which I'll go ahead and click on. And again, it's very bare bones and very static at the minute. But one thing I want to do with this map is I don't want it to just be like a simple parchment. I want it to be kind of like a magical, like enchanted map that Randorn gives you. And so it looks like parchment, but when you interact with it, it like transforms, and I'm thinking maybe it'll show like little hieroglyphic sharp claw with like swords moving around with like, you know, kind of little hieroglyph animations. I think that would look really cool. And kind of want to make it so the text looks like little Krazoa ruins that like when you hover over the location, it'll translate into, you know, language that you can actually read. You know, with the Roman letters instead of being the Krazoa. I don't think they're really hieroglyphics, but if you played the original Dinosaur Planet, you'll know that the Krazoa have like these little lettered characters that they use. I'll probably use that, but I think that'd be really cool. It might also be cool that, you know, as you move the mouse over the land, like areas will, instead of being like just parchment, like grass will show up and stuff like that. I don't know, just kind of to make the map feel like it's been enchanted by Randorn. It's a little bit magical. I think that would be really awesome. But yeah, like the space map, you'll be able to click on the different locations to get some information about them. It'll show the Sharp Claw Army movements. It'll show the movements of Earthwalkers and Cloud Runners and other stuff. And, yeah, things like that. So, yeah, that's the Soria map feature. And I don't think there's really anything else to discuss about it. And I actually think that is all there is to discuss about everything I intended to talk about in this video. I feel like there's probably something I'm forgetting about, but I can't think of it, so if I forgot something, oh well. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today. These new interactive kind of menus in between the levels. I think it's freaking awesome. A relatively minor feature, but I think it helps with immersion a lot. And yeah, I just think it's really awesome. So sorry, I gotta hover over him one more time.
A dirty-looking mutant came here yesterday with a map of Dragon Rock.
I love it. Kyle, you did such a good job as the shopkeeper. I can't wait. I can't wait till, you know, I add it so when you go to the shops and you can actually more directly interact with them. He's going to have some really funny lines, but that's for the future. So anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Next up, the next thing I should be releasing is the Dark Ice Mines level. That's the level I'm working on right now. I'm hoping to have it done in a week or two. It'll probably be a little bit longer because December's coming up, and December is always just the busiest time of the year. I might even just take December off this year because every year December is just a madhouse because of, you know, Christmas time and everything. But I should have the Dark Ice Mines ready before then. The fact that they're snow themed makes it kind of appropriate to be coming out at the start of December too. But anyway, I don't know. That'll be done sometime soon. But so yeah, stay tuned for that. And if you like this project, check out the link to the Patreon in the video description if you want to support it. If you don't want to support it, that's fine too. The whole thing is free. Just go download it at ModDB or Gnosis. In fact, I actually recommend downloading it on Gnosis because it's way easier, and I think all the future versions are going to be on there instead of ModDB. ModDB is becoming really frustrating to deal with lately because of file size limitations and stuff like that. But anyway, that's a bit of a tangent. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I hope you all have a good one, and see you next time.
For those of you who are really interested, you'll see that there's a Patreon link down below, there.